We need a league of our own. We need a league built around Caitlin Clark. A work stoppage in a league that hasn't turned a profit in 27 years. This is an opportunity for someone, for us, to build a women's basketball league around Caitlin Clark.
The WNBA is facing a potential crisis, and it could be the beginning of the end with the collective. Bargaining agreement CBA expiring in 2025, players are dissatisfied with their pay and conditions.
Most people, I've read it everywhere, most people think they're going to opt out, and many people believe there's going to be a work stoppage over this money issue.
There's a growing chance they will opt out, leading to a work stoppage. But what if this opens the door for a rival league?
This is likely to happen. These WNBA players are irate about how much money they get paid. They all think they should be making LeBron James money. They certainly think, A'ja Wilson's the best player in that league. I think she makes around $225,000. They certainly want to make more money than that. Most people, I've read it everywhere, most people think they're going to opt out, and many people believe there's going to be a work stoppage over this money issue.
The WNBA has always struggled financially, with reports indicating it hasn't turned a profit in 27 years. Despite this, the players are pushing for better pay, and understandably so.
A'ja Wilson's the best player in that league. I think she makes around $225,000. They certainly want to make more money than that.
Take A.A. Wilson, one of the league's biggest stars, who earns around $225,000 per season. That's a fraction of what NBA stars make. And while it's not fair to compare the two leagues directly, the frustration among WNBA players is real. They see themselves putting in the same effort, drawing crowds, and yet they're far from the millionaire status of their male counterparts. But here's where things get tricky. If the players choose to opt out of the CBA, they might trigger a work stoppage, a strike that could shut down the league. The WNBA is already in a fragile financial state, so this kind of disruption could be disastrous. With no games being played, no tickets being sold, and no sponsorship deals being honored, the league could quickly find itself in a financial black hole. This is where a rival league could come into play. Imagine a brand new league built from the ground up, designed to give players the pay and respect they've been asking for. It sounds like a dream for many WNBA players who have long felt underappreciated. A new league could promise better salaries, more exposure, and even ownership opportunities, something that the current WNBA structure doesn't offer. Let's not forget the star power that could fuel such a league. Caitlin Clark, one of the most electrifying players in college basketball, is already being compared to stars like A.A. Wilson and Angel Reese. Wherever Caitlin Clark goes, fans will follow. If a rival league wanted to succeed, it would be smart to build around players like Clark. She's a huge draw, and her presence could instantly give credibility to a new league. But it's not just about one player. Other top athletes like Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson have enough influence in fan bases to make a rival league thrive. If the WNBA doesn't act quickly and address these growing concerns, it could lose its best talent to a competitor. The players want more pay, more recognition, and more control over their careers. If they don't get it in the WNBA, they'll find it somewhere else. Here's another twist. Investors like Elon Musk could be interested in funding a rival league. Musk, known for his disruptive business ventures, could see women's basketball as a new opportunity. Imagine a women's basketball league broadcasted exclusively on Twitter, now X, Musk's social media platform. A new league could capitalize on modern technology and social media in ways the WNBA hasn't fully tapped into. This would provide athletes with direct connections to their fans, more control over their brand, and a massive platform to grow their audience. And let's not forget the growing influence of social media in shaping sports leagues today. Players like Caitlin Clark, A.A. Wilson, and Angel Reese have massive followings across platforms like Instagram and Twitter. They know how to engage with their fans, and a league that understands the power of digital marketing could be a game changer. The WNBA, while slowly growing its social presence, has been too slow in adapting to the rapid changes In how sports are consumed, a new league wouldn't just be about better pay paychecks, though. It would offer players the chance to build something that's truly there's ownership stakes in the league. Could be a massive incentive. Picture a league where athletes not only play, but also have a voice in decision-making, marketing, and the direction of the sport. This level of empowerment is something the WNBA hasn't been able to offer its players, but a new league might. There's a strong argument that the WNBA's recent focus on political statements and activism, while important to some, has turned off certain segments of its fan base. Some believe that the league has become too political, with players wearing vote shirts and kneeling during the national anthem. While these actions resonate with many fans, others feel like the focus has shifted away from the sport. A rival league could present itself as an alternative, a league where the focus is squarely on basketball and the players' talents. If the WNBA players decide to strike, it's not just the players who will suffer. The league itself, already hanging by a thread financially, could be forced into a corner. Without games to generate revenue, the league would struggle to pay its staff, honor contracts, and keep sponsors. A prolonged work stoppage could lead to a collapse, leaving room for a new league to take over. Even without a full-on collapse, the WNBA could find itself in serious trouble if top players jumped ship. A star-driven exodus would spell disaster for a league that relies heavily on its biggest names to draw crowds. If someone like Caitlin Clark were to leave for a rival league, others would likely follow, and the WNBA would be left trying to rebuild with fewer resources and diminished fan interest. It's not just about the players, though. A new league would need to think about the fans and how to engage them better. The WNBA has done well to attract a core group of dedicated followers, but the numbers are still small compared to other sports leagues. A fresh approach, one that focuses on bringing the game to new audiences, especially through social media, could spark a new wave of interest in women's basketball. Elon Musk or any other investor backing a rival league would need to consider this carefully. It's not enough to just offer better pay. The new league would need to create a fan experience that is engaging, accessible, and modern. This means live streaming games, creating interactive content for fans, and offering behind-the-scenes access that builds a connection between players and supporters. In today's digital age, fans want to feel like they're part of the action, and a new league could provide that in ways the WNBA hasn't fully explored. There's also the potential for international expansion. Women's basketball is growing globally, and a new league could tap into that market. The WNBA, while making strides in this area, still has a long way to go in building a global fan base. A rival league could start with a clean slate, designing a strategy that focuses on international growth. Grow from the beginning. This could include partnerships with overseas leagues, global broadcasts, and even hosting games in different countries. Financially, a rival league would need to be built on a sustainable model. One of the WNBA's biggest issues has been its reliance on subsidies from the NBA. A new league would need to find a way to stand on its own financially, whether through sponsorships, media rights deals, or fan-driven revenue streams like merchandise and ticket sales. The good news is that women's sports are more and more marketable than ever, and with the right strategy, a new league could thrive. The WNBA, on the other hand, faces an uphill battle. If the players opt out of the CBA and a work stoppage occurs, it's hard to see how the league would recover quickly. The players' frustrations are real, and they've been building for years. They want what they deserve, and if the WNBA can't give it to them, someone else will. In the end, this situation is about more than just one league. It's about the future of women WOM's basketball and the athletes who have dedicated their lives to the sport. Whether the WNBA can survive this moment remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the players are ready for change, and they're not afraid to walk away if they don't get it. The question now is who will step up and offer them a better deal as the WNBA heads towards a potential showdown with its players. We could be witnessing the start of a new era in women's basketball. A rival league built around the stars of today and tomorrow could take the sport to new heights, but for the WNBA, time is running out. The WNBA's CBA situation could be a turning point, one that either dooms the league or forces change. What do you think? Will the WNBA manage to keep its stars, or is a rival league inevitable? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on the latest sports news and stories. Stay tuned because women's basketball might be about to change forever.